Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 49er Trivia. From Stockton, California, Bryant Culp. It's good, buddy.
Hey, David.
We got from Bay Area, Daly City, John J., 49ers Ultimate Report.
Hello.
We got Carcast. He's somewhere back east. It's good, buddy.
What's good, bro? Thanks for having me on.
And last but not least, we got Lil Sponge.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Oh. He's got a picture. What's that a picture of, Sponge?
It's do you guys know who Roger Clemens is? He used to pitch for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
His son played for the Sixers at one point, or not the Sixers, the Phillies at one point this year, and he hit a walk-off, and he got a bunch of candy and water dumped on him and stuff. And he had a meet and greet signing and stuff, so I got that picture signed.
Nice. Well, the
You guys
chat,
like my picture?
Oh, yeah, we got Bebop. What's good, buddy? How's it going? We got Dawn Dotson. She's everywhere. She's faithful. So far, that's all that's commented, but, hopefully more people are watching. We'll see. But, so what?
I love this picture.
we got one more guy to bring in. He's from California. The city he lives in is named after him, folks. David Corona.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yo, what's up, David?
What's up?
What's up? Nothing much.
I gotta keep my eye out for more. You never know who's going to show
no
up.
see,
tonight,
David.
folks.
Long
Yep.
time no see.
Let me change my picture. Let me change my picture. I don't want this no more.
So we're gonna get started with the trivia, and I gotta get my notepad here. We're gonna get started with the trivia right off the bat because we got some talking to do.
Oh yeah, we sure do. One of you.
Well, I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. I mean, I'm not, up on that.
They need a lot of help.
No, we don't.
It would help by cutting James Bunbury, the fourth verse.
That would help.
That's a tight picture right there, Spongy.
Those are all the numbers from the numbers game.
Me or him? Because mine's pretty tight too.
Yep.
All right.
Roger. That's Roger Craig Clemens.
His son, yeah.
So we're going to be talking 49er draft here. And
hell yeah.
Grant, now minus Jake Moody, minus the 2023 draft, who is the last kicker the 49ers took in the third round?
Is it Wade Ritchie?
Wade Ritchie? Wow, that's actually – I think it's Doug Bryan in 1990.
Okay, so Doug Bryan was a 49er kicker. We drafted him back in 1994, and then he played on our team for 1 year, and then we let him go, and he bounced around. I think he ended up going to – I want to say he went to the Giants. But anyways, he ended up making it to the Bears, and he replaced a kicker there. And then on his last season, his last game, Robbie Gould replaced him.
You got me digging through the history to see I mean, if
Wade
you
Richie.
answered that, I'm gonna crap my pants if you answered that correctly.
Wade
Where's
Richie,
coffee? I don't know.
he was back
Wayne
in like
Ritchie, huh?
2002, somewhere around there.
Niners and Eagles cards set up in the background.
But I don't think he was third round. He might have been seventh, but I don't know, dude. But yeah, Doug Bryan, number 4.
Wow. You know, we took Brian Jennings in the year 2000.
He's one of the longest 49er tenured players. I think 16 seasons or how many seasons? He played for like what, 10 or 12? Something weird. Long snapper.
Specifically looking for the K for kicker. You know,
Yeah.
see if I can find him. There it is. Jeff Chandler in 2002.
Number 3, Jeff Chandler,
And he was the 4th round pick.
4th rounder. Wade Richie was before him. Wade Richie was number 7. I think he was 98, 90, 99, 98, somewhere around there. We had Morton Anderson for a year. Gary Anderson. We had Gary Anderson. I'm sorry.
I remember that. That was
He had number 1.
wow.
The
This
Debo card
brings
up here.
back some memories.
Shout out Jose
Right.
Cortez, the best 49er kicker, the one with the heart.
He did have a lot of heart.
He did. He made our team like 3 times, I think.
We're starting in 2010 here, and there were 2 first round picks. John Jay, can you name one of these first round picks in 2010?
2010. It's been a while. Yeah. Any round or the first round?
First round.
But I'll give you a clue. Offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman. Damn.
I don't even remember.
Offensive lineman.
Well, you're next, David. You're gonna have to guess the other guy.
Oh.
Who did we draft? Offensive lineman first round. I don't know. I'm trying to think really hard.
You're good.
If I hear the names, I'll be really mad at myself.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna be kicking yourself.
It's all good. So we're going to. Well, there's no 2 times you're out or anything like that going on right now. If you don't know, you just or don't remember, you just don't remember. When you hear the names, you are definitely going to remember.
Yeah.
David Corona.
Oh man, 2010. Offensive line. Yeah.
I know what I need to do. I need to get a
Is
video.
I don't remember either.
It's cool. So it was Anthony Davis and Mike Iupati.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
And yes, that was 2010.
That was a good year. That was a good year.
Yeah, it's a great.
It actually was a good year.
It's a great year
because both those guys, like Anthony Davis, he ended up being not the player we thought he was. You know, he got concussions and he retired and then came back, and it was kind of just one of those things, right? You can't blame him because concussions, right?
Birth year that year. Birth year. Yeah.
And where is it?
I think Carcast got.
Turn my sound down. Now I'll be able to keep it. Now I'll be able to keep this unlocked because I'll have that playing in the bottom corner.
Yeah, Carcast.
So, and he did though. Mike Iupati ended up being a really good guard. I think he signed with the Cardinals and then the Seahawks, something like that.
Yeah,
I
know. Like I'm so mad at myself because I remember me and a coworker were looking at mock draft websites because he wanted to know. And then I said, hey, there's some guys called Mike Ayupati and Anthony Davis. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I should have known that. And that's why
I should. Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'll be back. We'll get some clothes out of the dryer.
This thing's just being slow because of the ads. Well, you can't see the ads, only I can.
ads.
Because I got the info. I'm just pulling up the info. There we go. We're back, baby. So,
backstage.
dang it, David Corona was next on the questions list. So, Spongy, we're gonna have to get back to David Corona. In 2010, who was the second round draft pick for the 49ers?
Second round draft pick for the 49ers in 2010.
I know that sounds insane, don't it? But
is there a position?
Safety.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw something out there.
I'll give you that, huh?
I'll throw something out there. Jaquiski Tart.
Nope.
I think
Nice try though. That was a nice try. Taylor Mays. Oh, David Corona, you got an easy one, buddy. Where you at?
He went to go put clothes in the dryer or something.
Okay, how do I change the time? So this is my timer. I'm wondering how I change the actual chime for it.
There he is.
All right, David, who was the third round pick in 2010?
The third round pick.
I have a timer going now because we got to get through this. We got some talking to do.
Yeah. Is it right receiver?
No, it was a linebacker.
Oh, linebacker? Is it? Was it Fred Warner?
Not in 2010. It was Navarro Bowman.
Oh, Bowman. Yeah, Bowman.
Bryant. So we didn't have a pick in the 4th and 5th round, Bryant, in 2010. We had 3 in the 6th. And I'm going to give a position to try to speed things up here. Running back in 2010.
Why not the 3rd round?
We didn't have a 4th or 5th round pick in this draft.
Y'all love drafting running backs in the 3rd.
Oh, I don't know. I know we had a couple running backs. We had what's his name? Hyde, but he came later. I don't think we got. Was it Hyde?
Well,
but before him, we had.
How about
Carcass is ready, McNiner.
I'm gonna do this. Oh, is he back? I'm gonna do this because there's actually 3 6th round picks. So if there's multiple picks, you get to pick either one of the 3. So, and there's a running back, a tight end, and a wide receiver.
Thank you.
Running back, tight end.
Hold on, this is for Bryant. This is Bryant. You guys are going to get different questions.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Running in 2010, who did we get?
All right. So we got Anthony Dixon, the running back.
Okay,
this guy didn't make the team. Nate Byham and Kyle Williams.
Yeah, Kyle Williams. I can do that, but I'm sorry, I don't remember.
So I don't think anyone knows the guy in the 7th round. I don't think he didn't even make the team.
Marcus Robinson.
Going to 2011 first round pick, John Jay.
Alden Smith.
Yep. David Corona, 2nd round pick, 2011. Quarterback.
The Iowa guy, huh?
No.
Is it
Nevada?
Is it Nick Mullins or
Nope.
No, he wore number 7. He wore
Colin
number
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
Hard cast. third round defensive back,
What year again? Sorry. Fuck.
2011.
Defensive back. Fuck.
Kaepernick.
DB in 2011.
Oh, fuck. DJ Reed? I don't know, dude. I forget.
DJ Reed was 2019 fifth round pick.
I forget, dude.
But the only reason I know is because we shouldn't have cut him. But Chris Culver,
Oh man.
Sponge, fourth round pick in 2011. It was a running back. I don't think you're gonna know this.
Let's
I'm gonna set the timer
generic.
for 15 seconds. Everyone's gonna have 15 seconds. No
Is it
pressure.
Mitchell?
Let's
Is it
say
Mitchell?
let's just say a generic name right here, Mitchell Smith.
That nice guess there, Spongy. Kendall Hunter.
Oh, Kendall Hunter.
Yep. Bryant, we're actually going to the fifth round. It's a offensive lineman, and he was with us for a while. Don't count. That don't count.
2012. Okay.
So fifth round offensive lineman. He was with us for a while, for quite a few seasons.
Alex Boone.
That was a good guess. Daniel Kilgore.
Oh
Okay.
damn.
Yeah. Never what
Cancel.
60.
We're gonna restart. All right, John Jay. Okay, we're skipping to the seventh round because I think that's the only way. All right, because none of these other guys made the team, so I highly doubt we'll remember them, right? So John Jay, seventh round, defensive end / fullback.
Bruce Miller.
Yep,
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, John Jay.
he was the defensive end in college, and he switched to fullback for us,
Being stupid.
right?
Shit.
And we're just going to skip to the next season, 2012.
2012.
David Corona, wide receiver in the first round, 2012. Wide receiver, first round.
Was that IU?
Nope, that was 2020.
Oh, 2020. All right. Give me Kendall Bourne.
Oh, not nice guess. Nice guess. It's AJ Jenkins.
Oh man.
All right, Carcast. Pause. I'm talking to my timer here. Carcast. Second round, 2012. Running back.
Michael James.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh hell yeah, Carcass.
Spongy. We're going 2012. Skipping to the fourth round. There's no third rounder. Offensive lineman. He spent some years with the Cowboys.
Jason Smith. I don't know.
It was Joe Looney.
Joe Looney.
Yes, Jonah.
Never
Steve-O,
heard of
that's
him.
correct. Steve-O, that's correct. Kenny is street racing right now and can't make it.
Street racing. Hell yeah. What's up, Steve?
David.
And you guys ain't gonna know anybody there.
What up, man?
What's up?
So, all right, where are we at? We back up to Bryant.
Yep.
Bryant, 2013, first round pick, safety.
Eric Reed.
Yep. This is part of the reason why I picked the kind of soonerish.
Who was it? Eric Reed?
You remember Eric Reed, right?
Yeah, I remember him.
So John Jay, and keep in mind this is the Trent Baalke era.
Yep.
John Jay, the second round pick. You have two guys to choose from. One got traded to the Steelers, tight end, and the other one was a defensive end.
McDonald. I know that one.
Yep.
Yep.
David Corona, can you guess the other second round pick from 2013?
Was it tight end or defense end? Is it Justin Smith?
No, he was a free agent signing, I think, in 08 or
Oh,
07. Was it?
yeah.
But Tank Carradine.
Oh,
All right,
Tank Carney.
Carcast. Ooh, the 2013 third round pick.
Quinn Patton.
He was a fourth, so that was really close. Spongy, the fourth round pick, not named Quentin Patton. We had two of them. He's running back.
Spongy's gonna.
I know I'm gonna suffer at this one. Running back, fourth round in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Hasty.
He didn't actually hit the field. It was Marcus Lattimore, the South Carolina running back that had his leg bent the complete wrong.
Lattimore. Yeah, I remember that guy.
Notables in this draft: Nick Moody, linebacker.
Moody.
Yep, linebacker. That's pretty much it. We picked B.J. Daniels back then too, guys. That was 7th round. 2014, Bryant, first round pick, defensive back with the nickname of Hospital.
Ward.
The nickname Hospital.
He was back then. Remember, he was injured every year for like the first 4 or 5 seasons of his career.
Yeah.
Or maybe the first 3 or 4. John Jay, running back.
In the second round?
Yep.
Running back in the second round. (2014). I think I know this. On the Buckeyes.
Oh wait, I forgot you said positions too. Shit.
Yes, he was. He was from the Ohio State.
What was his name? Damn it.
You should know this, Sean. You're an Ohio
I
State
know.
fan.
I should know it. This is the school I root for.
Dude, just a couple years ago, he was still in the league.
Yeah, he was still in the league.
Did he get traded to the Eagles?
Carlos Hyde. There you go. It took me a while.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I was gonna say
no,
that.
I don't think he ever played for the Eagles.
No, I was thinking about that other guy.
Third round pick. You have 3 to choose from. We had 12 draft picks this year. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But there's a center, a linebacker who only played for 1 year and retired, and a offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman. What year did we get Patrick Willis?
That was like what? 06, 07, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Patrick Willis, but
Chris Borland.
oh my gosh.
Carcast. You still have the center and the offensive lineman. 2 offensive linemen in the 3rd round that year.
Center and an offensive line.
We're only going to 2016, then we're talking football, so we're going to plow through this, folks.
Oh, was there a guy named Brandon Thomas?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Spongy, can you? Well, I'll give you the 3rd or 4th round. There's 1 offensive lineman left. There's a wide receiver and a defensive back that was with us for a while.
A DB that was with you guys for a while.
Yep.
What year is this again?
14.
2014.
Is this Josh Norman?
Josh Norman?
No.
No, he was only with us for 1 season, and we would like to forget that.
Peanut.
Peanut punch, that's right. But so you got Brandon Thomas, right? Chris Borland, Marcus Martin, the center, and Bruce Ellington, the wide receiver, and Dante Johnson was picked in the 4th round this year. Long-time 49er. Mr. There for us whenever we need him, right?
Mr. Let's call you up. You're good being on the practice squad. Yeah, well, you got a job here. Crazy Jews nailed it.
Hey, we got 2 years left, and Bryant, you're getting the first round pick again, buddy.
All right.
2015, first round pick, defensive tackle.
Oh wow, defensive tackle 2015. Is this the year we went for Buckner?
That's actually an excellent guess, but no.
Wait, it's Armstead. We got Armstead first, then Buckner.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Sorry, guys, I cheated, but it's Armstead
Spoiler
first.
for the next year.
Sorry.
It's all good. John
Thank you for the pick.
John Jay, second round pick, safety. He was actually with us for, I think, 6 seasons.
I'm gonna go with Jaquiski Tart.
Yep.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Nope. 2015.
Really?
And David Corona. Wow. We traded that guy. I can't remember what we traded him for. But linebacker in the 3rd round. Outside linebacker.
The Fred Order?
Nope.
No?
Eli Harold.
Oh man.
Carcass, there's 3 4th rounders. One was a wide receiver, one's a running back, and one was a tight end.
Wait, what were the positions again?
Running back, tight end, and wide receiver. And the running back and the tight end played 117 games. I don't think all for us. And the running back played 87.
Oh my God, Blake Bell, I think that's his name.
That's one of them. That's the tight end. All right, Spongy, can you guess the running back or the wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
I'm actually going to start Bryant in the 5th round here.
Are any of them still active?
No. One was on our practice squad for a few years, even with Kyle.
Max Hunter. I don't know.
Nope. So Mike Davis was the running back, and DeAndre Smelter. You remember him, Bryant? He was on the practice squad for quite a few years there.
Remember, wide receiver.
Yep. So Bryant, we're starting in the 5th round with you this time, and he's a punter.
Oh, is this the time we got Mitch Wisnowski?
No, I think we drafted him.
Oh, okay, so wait, punter, what year is this? I'm sorry.
2015.
2015? We already had. Is it Andy Lee time?
No, we had him during the dark years of 2000. That's correct.
Andy Lee.
When the hell did we draft Mitch? Oh,
Mitch, we drafted him
2019.
4th round.
Oh, damn.
But and let's see, John Jay. The other 2 guys. I don't know if any of them are going to remember, but there's an offensive tackle that we drafted in the 7th round of 2015 who is still in the league.
Ooh.
Played for the Patriots and Raiders, and
I know.
Trent Brown.
Yep.
Yes. Good job, John.
No.
Still in the league. I don't know if he's a free agent still.
No,
I think
he's
get him on the
Bengals.
cheap, he'd be a good pickup for a season for right tackle.
Bring him back.
Bengals.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Bring them back. Bring
So
them
David
back.
Corona, we're going to start with the 1st round of 2016 with you.
Oh, good job.
You got this, buddy.
Was it
Defensive
Buckner?
tackle. Yep. Carcast. We're going to stay in the 1st round because we had 2 1st round picks that year. And this is Trent Baalke's last draft. Offensive lineman.
Oh, what's his name?
Somebody's snacking. Who's snacking?
Me, I'm eating apples right now, but I don't know the answer to your question though. I don't
Is
have
it
one.
Sarah
Joshua
Thomas?
Garnett. All right,
Oh,
Spongy, who's our 3rd round pick? It's a cornerback.
Corner in 2016, is it?
Yep, 2016.
Or 2016. Corner 2016 cornerback from the draft. Went to the trashy Niners. No idea. I give up.
Is it Kello?
Kenneth Witherspoon?
Will Redmond.
Ooh, I remember him.
Yep.
And then, so Bryant, there's another corner. It went in the 4th round right after Will Redmond.
Is that a Kello?
It's Rashard Robinson.
Oh,
Believe it
okay.
or not, he played 49 games with us. I can't.
Oh, damn.
49 games with the 49ers. Yep. The 5th round, John Jay, defensive end. And you'll be able, you can go ahead and say he played 55 games with us.
All right, so defensive end, the 5th round pick in 2016. Damn it. I'm gonna get mad if I hear the answer. Defensive end. I'm on a pass. I can't think of the name.
You said 1st round, McNiner?
No, 5th round.
Oh, 5th round?
I'm gonna get mad once he says the answer.
I think McNiner's on mute. You on mute, McNiner?
You have to deal with them neighbors again.
Is it who's the 5th round pick?
Shout out to my mom because she's calling to tell me that the red phone cover I purchased that is military grade has a stand and took 8,000 drops from 10 feet. Should have had a 49er symbol on it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to McNiner's mom.
Yeah,
I love McNiner's mom. How's she doing?
Yeah, shout out.
But
Sorry.
So Ronald Blair. Ronald Blair.
I did not know that.
And honestly, I don't think there's anyone. Ooh, there's a QB in the 6th round. If anyone can name him,
Nick Mullen?
Jeff Driscoll.
Oh, Jeff Driscoll.
CJ Beathard.
Jeff Driscoll got signed to a team. Forget.
He did. He's still in the league.
He got signed.
Kind of weird.
I'm blanking on who he signed with. But I know.
But yes, he is. He's still in the league. But yeah, next week, folks, I'm going to have my 500-word book question.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time to talk 49ers. So
no.
So Bryant, buddy, how do you think Debo is going to do with the new tackling role?
Well, let me tell you, David, Debo is one heck of a player, right? And when healthy, he is very hard to take down, right? People
when healthy,
they actually make what? Game time decisions, business decisions, life choices, if you want to say, and they try to run away from this guy, right? They don't want to get hit by this guy, Debo, on his bike, on foot, however he's coming at you. So I think with this new rule change, I would definitely see a healthy Debo having really, really crazy numbers this year. It doesn't matter if it's going to be yards after the catch or if he's running the ball on the ground. If he's a wide back, I definitely just see I see it just being a good year for him. For the way the tackling is going to be called, and how many guys are going to really want to go head to head with Debo? I mean, like that doesn't sound like that's a winning situation.
It's gonna be a lot of flags, though.
Yeah, most definitely. So what I'm getting at is with the wide receiver Debo and somebody like Kittle on our team who looks for contact. how are you going to tackle them? A lot of guys, it takes more than one guy to take them down. So if you can't grab them and swing off their hip, how are you ever getting them down? We've seen Kittle carry the Saints almost all the way down the field back with Jimmy. What was that, the 2019 season? I know he's a lot better now, but I don't see. I definitely think Debo's going to have a good year, David.
I think you're
me
right.
too. Me too.
I would even
I think
go.
Debo's going to have an excellent year because no one can hit, drop, tackle him. He's just going to be running through fools.
Yep.
He's going to make that. What is it? Ended up being $22.5 million annually a season. He's going to make that money this next season.
I would definitely say so, and I would say that like when you look at the team, you're going to start weighing your choices. You're going to be like, yeah, I want to tackle that guy. No, I don't want to tackle that guy. And at a certain point, the defense is going to be tired, and they're going to give up. And some players will get touchdowns when they become aggressive, and other players I think are going to have to earn them. We'll see like somebody like CMC and Debo running over people, and we'll see Kittle running over people. And then later in the game, when the defense is tired, we'll see other players on the team, exploiting that and getting stats. I will even go to say at the beginning of the game, they're going to try to call players out and say, this guy's not Debo. This isn't a Kittle. We can get into this guy. We can tackle this guy, right? So unless, the other team members, when we know Jennings is a dog, we know Kittle BA is a dog too, so we're not afraid that any of these guys out there won't be able to produce. But when it comes down to it, do you want to tackle BA or do you want to tackle Debo? And I think people are going to try to blanket Debo where he's, they try to take him out of the game, because if you target somebody else and you make the ball go to a different player, that player is going to get a lot of stats and a lot of points. But maybe that's because ultimately you don't want that ball going to that other guy because you're afraid of what's going to happen if he gets the ball. And that's what I think.
Ooh, I like it. John Jay, what do you think, buddy? You think Debo's going to eat the league alive with this new tackling rule or the rule change?
I got a bit of mixed feelings about the tackling rule, and I do worry about the players. Like, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to tackle. Well, you still got to tackle the player, but will this cause some injuries, which I'm a little bit worried about. But that's a different conversation for a different video. But back to the question, it's difficult to tackle Debo when he has open space, and if you watch him, all 22, how he runs when he runs through the tackles and he gets open space, the speed for a wide receiver, it's pretty good. The way to take him down is like when he's behind the line of scrimmage. So you do have to play him like a running back. But just imagine like those games against the Rams. I think we're going to see a lot of plays like that, at least one play per game, that Debo will probably like break a tackle and run down the field for a possible touchdown. So I will not be shocked if he has a great year with the new tackle, the rule that the NFL has implemented. So that's my thoughts.
Corona.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a big year. Like John Jay and Brian say, like then he's gonna run over people, but how they're gonna tackle him in his legs or his hips, so he won't get injured. I know there's gonna be a lot of flags on a lot of teams who does those kind of hits. So I think Debo's gonna have a big year this year. I think he's gonna have a big year.
That makes sense. Carcast.
Yeah. When it comes to Debo Samuel, and this whole tackling thing. I think Debo honestly could have just put up tremendous numbers every year if he doesn't get injured, But that's different. But yeah, I mean Debo runs over people like we've seen him do. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be any different. Even with the hip drop stuff, like he still ran over guys. I mean, I really don't see anything being different. I just, I mean, if you really want to take him down, you probably should go for his legs because bigger guys like DK or him or some, you don't go for their upper body because they're just gonna run you over. But yeah, I think Debo's gonna have a big year running through guys, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know he's gonna run all over the. I know he's gonna run over the Eagles.
We don't play the Eagles this year, but okay.
Well, let's switch the conversation to Bryant. Bryant, what else you got going on, buddy? What do you want to talk about?
All right. Well, so my next question, I guess, would be this. It's a little spicy, and we kind of were talking about it on East Coast Red and Gold. At this point in time, let's kind of think about who's going to be the most utilized or the guy with the biggest stats, and we'll throw everybody into this. Okay, you got Kittle, you got BA, right? BA, you got to kind of consider he's going to have a contract year, right? So they might be trying to get him paid, right? So the ball might be going to him a whole lot. But with this new rule change, you have to keep in mind who's a bruiser, who's hard to take down. These things are going to really influence the game. And I'm really, really upset right now. I'm just kind of, again, beside myself with it. We should have went after King Henry. Shout out to Ravens in the chat. Darwin, you guys got King Henry. How are you going to now take down King Henry if you can't tackle him? How are you going to? So with that, the Ravens are looking really, really good. But let's get back to the 49ers. You got CMC. You got George Kittle. You have Juwan Jennings, right? We can just mention him, right? Debo and Kittle, Debo and BA. Who do you guys see being the most, Mr. Niner this year? Our most, our star player, right? The guy who we have to have. Like we can kind of say last year was CMC. Do you guys see CMC repeating? Because to me, again, I'm going to say it. Debo had a down year last year. I kind of see this year having a resurgence in him. I'm really looking at Debo and Kittle being the two utilized 49ers this season. What do you think, John J? Let's get John's thoughts. John, who do you think is going to be the most utilized 49ers with the new rule change?
Wow, like we have so many good playmakers. We got a lot of good players. Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. I don't think there's a wrong answer, but I'm gonna say that, and I don't like to piggyback on other people's answer, but I do think maybe Debo will have a better year than last year.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because one factor is that Ayuk is going to be a main focal point on defensive coordinators. Of course, you still have to defend George Kittle because he can do a lot of stuff. And so when defense are very focused, and of course you have Christian McCaffrey, who they also have to. Debo now has become that target where he's going to get more opportunities. So that's how I look at who will have the bigger impact this season.
I agree. And it's no wrong answer. You're correct. And it's not piggybacking. It's kind of just an opinion. Mr. Corona, who are you looking at this year? Mr. BA, he wants to get paid if he's still on the team. If we haven't settled that, we kind of discussed it already, like what's happened with, Nick Bosa in the years past, with Debo in the years past, even with George Kittle in the years past, Fred Warner. When the contract talks come around, people kind of get tight and maybe don't play as well as they should that year because they're maybe not mentally there. So we got a couple players this year. CMC could be CMC again. Kittle could be Kittle, right? BA could super BA, right? And you got Debo. So who are you looking at this year? Who's going to be that guy that you would want to go and get a jersey?
I think Christian McCaffrey is going to do more what he did last year.
Okay.
And I think he's gonna pass his records. He's gonna do better. Yeah, he's gonna do better than last year. I think he's gonna do a credible job.
Ooh, I like it. I do. Let's throw it to Spongy, and then we'll get Carcast thoughts, and then I'll throw it to David again, Mr. McNiner. Mr. Spongy, Mr. Philly Special Cards. If you're looking at the 49ers, and you got to, because we are probably that team, right? Who do you think the Niners are going to feed?
I mean, in my honest opinion, unbiasedly, I gotta say it's gonna be Christian McCaffrey. Especially with these new rules, it's gonna help running backs out a lot too. Especially if you're a big physical guy like McCaffrey or Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley, or you can even throw Joe Mixon in there. These guys are gonna put up numbers. I say he could even McCaffrey could double what he did last year. And you guys were using him a lot last year.
Yeah, maybe too much.
And real quick, I'll say this real quick for the Eagles. I gotta say it's gonna be either Saquon or Devontae Smith.
Okay. Well, we will be definitely looking to see what happens with that as well. Carcast, our guy from on the other side, right? New Jersey guy. Hopefully you can hear me all right. What's your thoughts again on 49ers offense? Who is going to be that guy to you?
It's going to be Kittle.
Kittle in the middle? You think so?
You ain't tackling that dude in open space, especially when you can't do the hit. It's got to be Kittle, dude. He's due for a big year.
I just like it. Oh wow! All right, McNiner, back to you. Who's your guy? I know you're not a big Jersey guy, but who do you feel solid that's going to have that year that everybody's going to be like, the Niners are going to the Super Bowl, and that he's leading the train?
I'm honestly looking at, I hate to say CMC because we all know he was Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And I fully expect him to make another bid at that. But this next year, I got to go Debo.
Yeah.
I got to go Debo. And this reverts back to what we were first talking about, the tackling role. They can't hip drop tackle Debo anymore. And he's going to be running through them trying to wrap him up.
Yeah.
And, but I mean, a guy hits him like Lenore hit Swift in that Eagles game. That's just an example. But if a guy hits him like that, Debo's not going to be folding up like that either. Debo's he always seems to, he's not afraid of contact, and he's going to wreck some defensive backs and some linebackers, and I fully expect him to get somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 all-purpose yards this next year.
Oh, hell yeah.
If we put him as the kick returner, could be higher.
Oh boy. I like it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at is one, who are we gonna, because every year we kind of have like our own signature player. It's kind of went a little bit different every year. And yes, we utilized Christian McCaffrey a whole lot. I think they can do that again, but I think a healthy Debo this year, a healthy Kittle, a healthy CMC, even a healthy Brandon Ayuk, I think the sky's the limit. But just looking at the guys' size, You can't say Debo is a bad option. You can't say Kittle's a bad option. Those are probably the two guys that will ultimately go off this year because they're huge. How do you tackle them? You can't. You can't. And I think if players try to get in their way, then they're likely to get hurt and out for a game or maybe the season. But there's going to be a lot of business decisions and even decisions made by coaches. We don't need you getting hurt in this situation. Just let them score. Just let them score.
Dude, that's the truth. I mean, even this, you know how what's Kittle going to do to the league with this new you can't hit drop tackle, right? Like all our guys are yards after the catch, break tackle type of players. I fully expect our offense going from scoring 30 points a game. They better be up 37, 38 points a game.
Most definitely.
You know? And the whole league's probably going to increase from that. Let's face it. That's what they were going for when they made the rule, right? They want more points. They want more people watching the other team score more points. And it seems like they just make it harder on the defense to actually play defense, right?
So
and
Levi's bringing up a lot of points. He's saying we're making a little too big of a deal about this, and then the percentage of how often it was actually, So the whole thing about the hip drop tackle is it's hard to call. It's hard to pinpoint and say that's exactly it. So that's why this call is not going to be made necessarily so much during the game. It's going to be one of those things that they're going to mail you a letter saying, "Oh, you have a fine. This was determined to be a penalty." So it's not going to necessarily determine the game at that moment where there's going to be a penalty thrown. It's going to be thrown later, and it's going to be thrown at your pocket. So later, after the game's been played, the first couple weeks, this rule is going to initiate, and then people are going to say, "No, I'm not tackling that way because I don't know if I tackled wrong or right." And I'm not going to. How do you argue out after the game when they're sending you a letter, and then you got to go and appeal this and then go from there? This is going to cost guys mental stress. It's going to cost these guys money. So at a certain point, they're going to say, "No, I'm not going to tackle that way. I'm not going to be questioned at all tackling that way," right? And at that point, you're the stats again, like if it's only been 230 times, but that's the correct way of identifying it. They said this is the exactly way. But it's the same thing. It's like they can't completely control it. They can't say this is it and this is it. And if you look at the 230 tackles, it's questioned and it looks just like the other tackles. So at a certain point, these guys are, I hope it doesn't affect it. And I hope we're making a bigger deal out of it than it really is.
Shout out to Kenny.
Gotta love Kenny. Gotta love Levi.
What's up, Kenny? What's up, Levi?
Well, that's the whole point of getting Elliott. Because, that Jordan Elliott, not the content creator, the defensive lineman.
Yep.
That's something I was like, I was actually confused about looking at stuff the other day, folks. I was like looking at this thing like, who? Oh, no. That's not the defensive lineman. That's the content creator. Okay, my bad. I was like, what the heck's he saying? It was just one of those. Why is the defensive lineman saying that? But I was having a day, folks. I guess we're all allowed. But, that's why we have Jordan Elliott, to shore up the run defense. And we're going to have other guys like Korey Davis. We'll see. So Hargrave, Collins, Jordan Elliott, Korey Davis. Right now we have T.Y. McGill, right? And Kevin Givens.
Yep.
And this is not including whoever – I know we're going to draft the interior defensive lineman. I know that's going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like taxes. You can just count on it. It's going to happen. So, at this point, the kickoff rule.
Okay, so
yeah, I don't like that.
What I understand is
David, the thing with the kickoff rule. So all these guys are lined up way up there on the 40, right? All in a line. The only guy back of the 50 is the kicker. So
okay.
if your kick returner is able to break through the line, which it's a single line, your guys can block. Say he breaks a tackle, who's gonna stop him?
Yeah, you're
They don't
right. You
have
got a good
layers.
point.
They don't have the layers like you know how the kick return works. You got your
Yeah,
front, you got your gunners, and you got your first layer coming in. Then you got your
yeah,
second layer coming in. There's no layers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So if that
yeah.
guy's able to get through the line, the only person that can stop him is the kicker,
There's gonna be a lot of punt returns then.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and when it first came out, I'm like, oh, who needs a kick returner? But then I got thinking about it, and I got listening to other folks about it too, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah, you got a good point right there.
You put someone like CMC or Debo back there to return kicks, what's going to happen, right?
Hey, Ronnie Bell back there. Ronnie Bell could do it.
I'm honestly thinking. I don't know who's going to be our punt returner yet. That's going to be a critical job, though. But kick returner is also going to be a critical job, and I could see 3 guys back there: Debo, Ayuk, or CMC. Will Kyle actually do that? I'm not sure. But if he wants to get better field position, he probably would. You get a guy that can break a tackle or two, got a little bit of speed, can get down the field. We're starting 50-yard line, 40-yard line, their 40-yard line, not ours.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be, who knows, maybe they break a couple for touchdowns. And
Yeah,
again,
you got a good point. I like that.
But again, this is going to put more points on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like them taking away the hip drop tackle. Levi was saying 22,469 tackles in the league and only 230 were hip drop.
It's gonna be a lot of flags.
I could watch games and point out and look at tackles, and it's like, how can you tell if that's a hip drop or not? This is going to be a tricky thing for the refs to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the feeling they're going to be throwing flags on plays that aren't actually hip drop tackles, but
it's going to be a lot of flags.
I know. But this is just something that they're going to have to figure this out. They're going to have to figure this out. Look at how much money the NFL's about, right? Right? What do you got?
Tony just said it. This is a bunch of guys coming together saying they're bored on how football is being ran or played right now, who probably don't know how to tackle or have ever played the game, because now you're going to try to tell these guys to tackle. They don't know how to tackle now. And these guys that are coming out of college and coming into the league are going to say, I've been tackling this way my whole entire career, the entire time I've been playing football. And these executives are telling me how to tackle now. And these referees are looking at, just like you said, there's so many plays out there that you can say, oh, that could have been a hip drop tackle, right? That's why these aren't going to be immediately get called in the game unless it's like blatant. It's got to be like super blatant. But that, you look, next week, a couple of days later after the game's played, these guys are going to get hit in their pockets. And that's how it's going to affect the game. They already said they can't call all of them, but they will be going back and reviewing the game and saying, guys, right there, this play right here, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is definitely going to be something. And the way the kick returns are too, like you said, if they get past that first wall,
they can't move till catch.
Mm-hmm.
You serious?
Yes.
They
So
can't
our
move?
guys that are all lined up, and their guys even, they're all going to be lined up right there.
Yep.
Until the ball hits the ground in the zone, which is the goal line to the 20.
Yeah.
Or the kick returner catches it.
Yeah.
They can't move.
Yep.
Wow.
It's the XFL rule. Basically, it's very simple. Now the XFL is very different. They have the kickoff team 10 yards from the returner and the kicker's by himself. I think the NFL modified it a little bit, but in the XFL, you got to kick the ball into what's called the drop zone, which is between the 20 and the 1 yard line. And the ball goes in the end zone, they spot the ball at the 40. So if they're doing it, again, I don't know how the NFL is setting it up, but in the XFL, they want the ball to be returned and run. So I don't know what the NFL.
What I understand is if the ball goes into the end zone, if they kick it to the end zone, the ball goes to the 35. So they are trying to get a return. They are trying to keep them from kicking, because 35-yard line, that's, geez, right? So 40-yard line in the XFL.
That's good. That's good field line.
Yeah, so they're trying to make.
Kenny makes a good point, though, about the end around. This could become like a play where the whole, all his blockers shift one way. And then, of course, all the guys coming in are also going to shift that way. But then, what if he squirts out the open side? Right?
Yep.
So, and Kenny brought up a good point. I mean, these coaches are coaches for a reason in the NFL. They're creative. They can figure things out. They can make things happen. And that is a play that we're probably going to see. We're going to see these guys work around the rule, make the rule go in their favor. That's what coaches do. That's what good coaches do, right? But now it's like, we've all been so worried about our coverage unit. I am genuinely worried about our coverage unit now because we're going to need guys that can tackle up there. Guys that can not hit drop tackle apparently, but actually, get a guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Instead of just, slow him down. Here comes the next guy right behind me, because that next guy might not be right behind you. He might be right beside you.
Yep. I know. And I know not everybody watches the XFL, USF, or now the UFL, but there was a game with the St. Louis Battlehawks against the Houston Renegades, and the ball was kicked off. It was caught in the touch zone or whatever, the kick zone, the drop zone, and the returner runs it out, and just before he gets tackled, he laterals it to a player that was right behind him, and then there was an opening, and he took it all the way down for the touchdown. And again, the XFL and the USL, they're minor leagues, so they're able to experiment many fun types of things. Again, I'm not a fan of what the NFL did this offseason, but maybe we'll be able to see some fun returns. Will we see touchdowns on every play? Probably not. It's probably going to be boring in like 90% of the time, but when there'll be some fun plays, because again, I occasionally watch the spring league football. If anything like that, and those guys are like practice squad players, like practice squad, arena football players, Canadian football. This is the NFL players, so the players will be way better. So the product will look much, much better when it comes to their returns. So we'll see. I'm still going to watch football.
I honestly think it's going to be put more interest in the game because, how are these teams going to deal with each other, right? They're all going to be right there. So it's not like you're going to see high-speed impacts or anything like that. You're going to see skillful guys. Like if there's a guy that can make people miss, like, I'm talking about a generational talent like Barry Sanders. If there was a guy like Barry Sanders in the league, you put him back there, he's going to score you anywhere from 4 to 8 touchdowns a season. And he's going to get you a good field position every time, right? So it's kind of insane how everything's been working. Like to now we've had iffy, special teams coverage, but now our special teams coverage guys are going to have to be really good at what they do. So I'm honestly nervous about our special teams unit, right?
Yep, you're right.
Because under Kyle, they haven't been the best. They make a play like they did in that Green Bay playoff game where Jordan Willis came in and blocked the punt, and then Hufanga, being a rookie, was showing his knack for being in the right place at the right time, picked it up and ran it in.
He said, "Ooh, the ball's here. Thank you."
Yep. And you know that it kind of puts more of an emphasis on the punt return, because the punt return, you know, it's going to be incredibly important what happens there. Like, well, it's important anyway. You know, we saw what happened in the Super Bowl with Ray and it bouncing off Luter Jr.'s foot, you know, and I've rewatched that game a few times, and you know, I don't know why. I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. But you know, at that point, it's like, why isn't Ray yelling at the guy to get out the way?
Move.
Right?
Get out the way, man.
Yeah,
Get out the
exactly.
way,
Get out the
yo. Get
way,
out the way,
man.
yo.
Shout out to TRL. It was a thing a while back. But but yeah, you know, and it's just gonna be, our special teams unit is gonna have to be really, really good. And they haven't been. I'm just spitting facts, right?
Yeah.
We've been amongst the bottom of the league the whole time Kyle's been here. And we can't do that anymore. Because if we let them score points on special teams, however good of a defense we have, it's not going to matter, is it?
I think we the team to beat in the playoffs. You know what I mean? If they want to pass us and go to the next round or go to the Super Bowl, they have to beat us first.
Well, there's a lot of football. You see, the thing is making the Super Bowl is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, I was heartbroken after that loss. I'm not going to lie. You
Yeah,
know?
me too. Me too.
BC, Brett Bryant, he's got a video we lost, and he talks about it, you know, and it's actually a very popular one. If you haven't watched it, folks, whatever platform you're on, pop over to his YouTube channel, scroll down on the lives, and find the We Lost live.
Oh,
It's from the heart, you know. It's
I need to go back and check it out then.
You know, but you got to win. You got to play, right? You got to play, and somebody's got to be the winner. Somebody's got to be the loser. We want to be the one on top, right? You know, pause. Or what, I don't know what you want to say, but some people don't want to be on top. Have to stop.
I always want to be the best team.
Exactly. You want to be the best team, and yeah, you know, sometimes it just. But we've been that team that keeps getting close. And hopefully this time, not only will we get close, we'll knock it in, right? We'll put another in our cabinet. So,
well, Carcass, you know how to fix dishwashers? That could be handy, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That could be handy. I didn't know Carcass was handy. Look, see, this dishwasher.
My bad. My dishwasher
I didn't know he was handy. Oh. Now this is a very controversial topic right here.
Oh, most definitely.
We're still need human referees. They need more cameras and specific sounds to alert players of the call. Mm-hmm. And you know, we do have this thing called artificial intelligence. And yes, it could. It literally could take over at one point. Let's just hope it doesn't become self-aware and realize that it doesn't need us. You know, let's just hope that, right?
I think Carcass is back.
Mm-hmm. Is he?
Yep.
You got to pay attention to it. You know, it's going to be that one point where when they believe that they're smarter and faster than us, then why do they want us to be out there? They could just play against each other, right? You know, it's not going to be robots, you know, playing against humans. It's going to be robots playing against robots.
I know this is off topic. This is a football channel, but they said like in a couple of years they might have robot umpires. You think that's true?
That's what we're getting at right now.
Oh, okay.
that's what we're getting at right now. That's what we're kind of leaning at is why have a ref at all when the ball could have a microchip in it, goes across a certain sensor in the field. You're like, okay, it's exactly right here. This is where it first touched down, first should be positioned. Why have a human in there to question? Oh yeah, that looks like it could have maybe. Yeah, I think that was a hold. When you have it taken out and you have cameras, you have other things that, guys, we're getting to the point where everything's being recorded and seen and heard. So why not?
Pretty soon here, the ball's going to have sensors on it.
Ew.
If you want to pause on that, you can. But it's going to be sensitive. And you know, like, they're going to have these lasers going across the end zone, you know, so if it even barely breaks the plane, there you go, right?
That's it.
But yeah. When it comes to like baseball, I don't see that happening because the human factor has always been a part of it, and once you take that off, you're taking, you know, something out of the game, right?
Yeah. Also,
and it's the same thing with the NFL. They do have enough cameras. You know, they have replay booths. They have NFL employees watching the game. You know, like that guy that called up and said, eject Greenlaw. Now, if Greenlaw's fist would have been an inch more towards him and he wouldn't have made contact with, you know, that guy, there wouldn't have been an issue there, right?
He shouldn't have even been on in the sideline anyways. He's a security,
we've
right?
discussed that in the past a lot. So
I know.
We've said that.
No one cares about
So
the
it
fraudsters,
just-
David.
so like when it comes to the
Dodgers
direction
suck.
of what, you know, like the
Right.
intelligence of, like, you know, are they going to use, you know, robots? You're still going to need a like a form of a human element, because again, like, you know, you still need people to program the system. They and again, I don't want to off topic, but you're still going to have a bit of a human element. I think in baseball, you're still going to have a person at the back, you know, with the catcher. But I think on the bases, they'll probably put some sensors there. Of course, there'll be probably more like reviews. And in football, you'll probably see less refs on the field. You're still probably going to have like your lead judge, you know, the ones out of bounds. But I think the crew will get like maybe half. But I don't think you're going to like eliminate the human officiating of sports. That's just how I see it.
Of course, right when I come back, you're all talking about Dom DeSandro. Like, what?
I already talked about that. We've already discussed that in the past, and that's what I said. I was trying to put a stop to it. We've already discussed that.
Yeah, we don't.
That's long gone.
Yeah.
Is it?
As far as baseball, I almost think that would be the first game that you could literally take an umpire out of. You could literally take an umpire out and have an AI robot or even to.
They said 2026 or 27.
Yeah, I would almost say that would be the sport ideally to test it. And if you can't test that one, the only other one I could think of right away is NASCAR. Maybe you could have AI judging NASCAR.
David, read the private chat. Your Dodgers suck.
No.
This is a football channel. This is what Korey says.
Oh, well, we were talking baseball.
That's right. That's
so
the football channel.
we were talking baseball. My bad. Dodgers.
Shout out Korey.
Well, we're talking AI in general of being able to take over as a ref or take the the rules and be the decider, and that's where we're at right now because they say there's.
We got tinfoil hats on tonight.
Building. What's happening, buddy? Oh, someone put a comment in. What's up, Angel?
Oh, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, man?
Yeah, and that's why we got the tinfoil hats on because we're talking AI. AI will take over the world, but as long as I got this on, they can't take over my brain.
I was gonna ask you what's that on your head.
This is so they can't read my thoughts, David.
Oh, is it? I need one of those.
You do. I know a guy. Private message me later. Well, I'll help you out.
All right.
Just take aluminum foil and put on your head.
I already
You
know.
can't do that, Mark. There's a special ceremony that has to happen. There's some words that have to be said, and you gotta go through my guy that I know. He sells them. Telling you, makes a good one. It's the same thing with baseball, and you guys know about baseball. There's a special spot, on the East Coast that they have to go get the mud at, and then they smear the mud on the baseball, and then boom. After that, it's an official Major League Baseball. So if you want a tinfoil hat like this, David, I know the guy.
Yep.
All right.
They also freeze the baseball in Colorado because it's way up there, and that's why it's called the dead ball, because every time the ball's hit, it just cruises up in the air.
It dies.
Yeah, they got to freeze it.
You serious? They have to freeze it?
Make it heavier so it doesn't travel like it. Dude, that air is thin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what's up, Aaron?
That's why every time the Giants and the Rockies play in Colorado, the scores are always like plus 11 runs.
10 to 12, 10 to 11.
It's always at least one home run.
What's up, Aaron?
Yeah, that's why kickers. That's why kickers at Mile High hit those 60-yard field goals.
David.
There's a reason that happens. What's good, Aaron? We got 49ers takes unfiltered.
Is everything good or what?
Out in the East Coast.
Yep.
East Coast is better than the West Coast.
Oh, hell no.
That's kind of
What are
like
you talking about?
that's kind of like it's almost like saying you're like
No,
cherry
David,
Kool-Aid
no
and grape
gang
Kool-Aid.
signs,
It's just an opinion. It's just a preference.
Well, like purple Kool-Aid over red Kool-Aid. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Well, when you say East Coast is better than West Coast, right? It's just really a preference. It's like, do you like grape Kool-Aid or cherry Kool-Aid? It's just a preference, right?
I like the North Coast.
Do you like pink lemonade or regular lemonade?
Well,
I like both. I like both.
What's the green Kool-Aid like?
That's apple.
Yeah.
Apple.
Maybe that's what. I don't know.
That's nasty. Apple Kool-Aid.
That's just bomb.
I don't know. I don't know if it doesn't really taste like apple though.
Kenny,
You have to put a lot of sugar in to taste this apple.
Nah, mango clears all the fruits, dude. Screw that.
Nah, pineapple does.
Nah, you're on something.
They got green apple and lemon lime.
And green kiwi too.
Oh yeah, kiwi.
Yeah,
Dude.
the kiwi strawberry. Kiwi strawberry. Don't be talking about my sharkleberry either. Mess you up. I love my
They got
sharkleberry.
the blue. They got the blueberry one too.
I remember Gatorade used to make the Kiwi Gatorade. That was the bomb. I used to have that before and after the game. I remember when you could buy Gatorade and sodas and those machines for like less than $1.
$1.25.
All right, Mr. McNiner, what else you got for us tonight?
Well, tonight I think we're pretty much done with all the topics, unless anyone has anything that they want to talk about. Anyone has a specific rant on the NFL, anything going on? We did lose the one bit of news. We lost Brock Wright. Detroit matched the offer.
Yeah.
So we're now out our
we lost
veteran tight end too.
Hey, is that you? Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Technically, we didn't lose him because we never had him. We were talking to him.
That's right.
we were like, hey, can I call you? And he's like, yeah, maybe you can call me. That stage, he was thinking about maybe coming over, but he didn't pack no bags or anything yet.
Did you guys see Goff got traded? Is that true to the Commanders? I've been seeing it on my phone a lot. Commanders got
on the first. There was a lot of crazy.
Was it on the 1st of April? The
April
Fool's
Day,
Day, David?
No, I just seen it like today.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear that?
2 first-round picks to the Commanders, and they picked up Goff.
Coretta, did you hear the news on April 1st that it said that the Niners traded Brock Purdy away on April 1st? That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't believe that.
I know, because it was on April 1st.
Hey, who wins the Super Bowl next?
Niners.
Eagles.
Listen. Who gets the next backup quarterback ring? Carson Wentz, because now he's a Kansas City Chief,
Yep.
or Jimmy Garoppolo, because he's a Los Angeles Ram.
No,
Hell no.
I don't
I'm
wanna
going for the Cardinals guy to the 49ers.
I don't want to see the Rams win. Very simple.
Our backup quarterback.
Josh
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of April Fools, I was like, I was up in YouTube chats reporting that Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk were traded to the Chicago Bears for the 1st overall and the 9th overall pick.
I know who said that.
Watch, let me send you something real quick.
Michael moment.
Let me send you something real
I actually
quick.
got a compliment or two because, it was a good April Fool's joke, right? I couldn't resist. I had to do something.
One
It was
of
April
the-
Fool's.
One of the Pittsburgh Steelers fans that we know goes by the name of Get On Kid. He messaged me or on April 1st, and he sent me. It was per reports. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
I just sent you something right now, McNiner.
Have traded TJ Watt to the Eagles for Jalen Carter, AJ Brown, and 5 first-round picks.
Oh my goodness! I actually saw that. I think it was Twitter or something. That was a good joke.
Shout out to April Fools.
Screw April Fools.
April Fools is a good time if you know.
Yes.
If you know.
Speaking of Get On Kid, he's live right now.
Cool.
Well then, David, I think it's a great show, and I'm going to
I'll catch you guys.
hope that you do this next week with your big fancy book, 500 questions. So, folks, definitely come back for some trivia.
Mm-hmm.
That you, McNiner?
Yep, I'm gonna have a timer with a buzzer and everything. This is gonna be great.
Oh no, the thing I sent you, is that real?
I'm actually I'm looking at it. I'm gonna look it up, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
If you look up Jared Goff, it still has him on the Lions.
Oh, okay.
That was
It would
a
have been
good
breaking.
April Fool's joke.
It would have been all over the place if that actually happened.
Yeah, you're right, Spongy.
That was a really good, actually, April Fool's joke. I don't think.
And they had another one.
Up the number 2 pick for Jared Goff.
Dak Prescott to the Raiders for like eight draft picks.
No, the best one I saw was the one about TJ Watt to the Eagles. That was the best one I seen.
See, my favorite April Fool's one was when they said Kenny Pickett is QB number 1.
April Fool's was April Fool's. It came and went, and
damn it.
There were a few tweets here and there. There was some funny stuff going on, and it was just
Carson
April
Wentz.
Fool's.
Carson Wentz signed with the Chiefs on April Fool's. I thought that was fake. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was fake.
And they said Kaepernick signed with the Seahawks.
That really happened.
That's definitely fake. That's definitely fake. But yeah, all right. Well, what we got going on for the rest of the week? Bryant, you got the Friday show, right? Starting on your channel? And then it goes to mine.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Come see out Friday night.
Yep. Definitely come see us. We'll be telling some dad jokes, some not so dad jokes, and we got to keep it clean because there's rules. There's rules of the platforms we're on, right?
Yep.
John, and then of course, the coffee talk every Saturday and Sunday morning. Me and Bryant. Sometimes we have a guest on. You know, sometimes some of our friends pop in. You never know what's going to happen. You just got to watch to see, right?
Oh yeah.
John. Oh, and I'm forgetting the mock draft episode 6. Am I on episode 6? Wow, how did I get on episode 6? I guess I started early, folks.
No, you were the
mock
first
draft
one.
episode 6, Saturday night. I did. I think I started weeks before everybody else started. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's just that time of season. John Jay, what do you got going on, buddy?
Let's see. Not too much news. So if there's anything important to talk about, I'll go live when it has to. I'm still going to be doing mock drafts and draft shows on Monday, Tuesday. Probably, do shows on Saturday, depending on my schedule. But I just talk 49ers football on my channel.
Carcast, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, I'll be going live with Me and the Dream tomorrow. Then what's it called? What else do I have? On Sunday, I'm gonna be going on an Eagles podcasters channel. So yeah.
Oh, really? An Eagles podcast? Like, with who?
Spongey's gonna be on there. It's a couple other guys. Their name's like Eagles Playbook Podcast. So yeah.
Oh, all right. Corona, I know you were making shorts and stuff. You got anything going on there?
Nah, not really. I got tournaments coming up Saturday and Sunday.
I'm gonna be getting dirt kicked at you instead of throwing people out and stuff, huh?
Yep. So yeah, I got tournaments on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be out there. I'll be in Palm Springs. So that's about it, man.
Sweet. Spongy, what you got going on, buddy?
I might post a video here shortly. I mean, I don't know. I got to figure everything out. But yeah, Sunday I'll be going on with Cardcast and the Eagles Playbook Podcast. It will only be on their channel, not on mine or Cardcast's. So if you guys need the link to their channel, just ask me. I'll send it to you. It'll be at 5 Eastern, so it would be 2:00 your time.
5:30.
So 5:30 over there. You guys 2:00 our time.
It'd be 2:30 your time. 3:30 mine.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, we're spread out all over the place here, folks.
Be cooking up
from the west.
But David, with the lag and everything going from coast to coast, I think you're right. 2:30. I think the 30-minute delay. You know. The East Coast Wi-Fi guys. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. The East Coast Wi-Fi's got bias against this West Coast. So it is what it is.
Just like that.
And that's what we're talking about for Carcast. He's got that East Coast Wi-Fi, and it's got bias. We all support West Coast teams except for Spongy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's all about the West Coast.
Yeah, buddy. And,
like Korey says, F all 31 teams, and like what me and McNiner says, and Korey, F the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.